Hi, and welcome to this three-part training. Let's start by explaining to you the benefits you're going to get from these trainings. But before we do that, allow me to explain where I'm presenting from. You'll have noticed that I'm stood in a dealership, but it's not just any dealership. This is the UK's #1 Lexus dealership. It's amongst the most profitable Lexus dealerships in the country, and it's been #1 for customer satisfaction every year for the last 25 years, and that takes some doing. And that's the reason that my voice is a little bit quiet, because we're live in the dealership and the guys are actually selling cars around us at the moment. So over the next 3 videos, I want to share with you my 3 #1 tips. I want to share with you my #1 psychology tip in terms of your mindset. I want to share with you my #1 body language tip, which will definitely get more people buying from you. And I also want to share with you a simple tip from a sales process point of view that will help you pre-sell and pre-close your customers. Now, over the next 3 videos, as I share these tips with you, they're the result of over 20 years research, working with thousands of salespeople in franchises such as Ford, Hyundai, Vauxhall, Volvo, Lexus, Toyota, and not just here in the UK, but also right across Europe, and also doing some work in the US with some top brands in the US as well. So stick with me, and simply by sitting at your computer, you're going to learn some awesome techniques that have worked for others. They're going to help you sell more profitably, more often, to more people. You're going to improve your volume, you're going to improve your profitability, and you'll improve customer satisfaction along the way. So watch these videos, take the tips, implement them, and you can really watch your sales soar. If you subscribed to my videos before, then you'll know that I only deal in tangible tactics that actually work in the showroom and on the used car pitch. Tactics that will sell you more profitably, more often. My videos have been watched by over 50,000 people across the world, and the most popular ones are the ones on persuasion and influence and closing the sale. And that's exactly what I'm going to give you in this series of videos. So what separates the top performers from the average salesperson? Well, the average salesperson just goes with the flow and hopes that things go their way. The top performers have a strategy and defined tactics to make them the best salespeople they can possibly be. And that's what I want to share with you. I want to share with you a strategy and the tactics that can help you become the best salesperson that you can be. And I want to start with by offering you my #1 tip psychologically in terms of your mindset, how to become a top salesperson. Secondly, so if you're really serious about becoming a top salesperson, let's go to the studio and I'll share with you the #1 psychological tip that every salesperson needs to know. Hi, and welcome to the studio. So I'm looking forward to sharing these 3 top tips with you, as I promised in my introduction. Now, the first tip I want to share with you is about sales psychology. Lots of people don't understand the psychology of selling. The key thing when you're selling is to understand that you're probably going to fail more often than you succeed. In fact, if you've got an average conversion rate of about 20%, then 8 out of 10 people on a daily basis are saying no to you. And the challenge with that is, as you become conditioned, the longer you spend in the job, the more times you listen to people saying no, the more you start to think that the majority of people that you meet don't want to buy from you. Now, that's not the case. And what we need to do is start focusing on when we're successful. Because let's look at it this way. Even if, after watching this full series of tips, you manage to double your conversion rate, which I think you can, and which would be a great result, but you'd still only be getting a 40% conversion rate, you'd still have 6 out of 10 people saying no to you. Now, the problem with this is, if we look at it in terms of why do they say no, they give you reasons why they say no. They say your price is too high, your finance rates are too high, you're not giving me enough for my car, the car's not big enough, it's not small enough, it's not long enough, it's not short enough, it's the wrong color. Whatever their reasons are, they give you 8 reasons on a daily basis why they're not buying your product or your service. The challenge for you then is to focus on the people that do say yes, because they're the ones that are giving you the reasons why they do want to buy. And the big risk psychologically for the average human being is that 8 reasons not to buy become 8 excuses not to sell. So my #1 tip is this: focus on everybody that comes into your showroom, everybody that contacts you by email, everybody that telephones you, and everybody that walks onto your used car pitch. Think of them as being buyers. They're not there to tell you they don't want one. The average person walks into your business with 3 things in mind. They want to buy a car, they want to buy their car from the right business, and they want to buy the car from the right business from the right salesperson. The reality is this: the car is a given. I've already decided on that. I've probably got 3 in my mind. Your product is one of them. The business is halfway there because I've walked through the door, so you're on my list. And you, the salesperson, is the thing that's going to make the difference. So if you approach me positively, if you make my experience outstanding, and you genuinely believe that you're going to help me to buy your product, then there's a good chance you can succeed. So the tip is this: psychologically view everybody as being a buyer. Don't pre-qualify people and try to find out if they're buying or whether they're wasting your time. They're there to buy, they just need tipping over the edge. So from tomorrow, when you walk into the showroom, when you walk out onto the used car pitch, when you answer the phone, or when you get an email from a customer, mentally condition yourself: this is a buyer and they're going to get the full throttle service. Make sure you give them the best buying experience ever, and you will notice you start to close more people more often. So as you can see, the mindset of a champion salesperson is different. Champion salespeople treat every prospect as a potential customer, and they give everybody the full sales experience. Now, you're probably skeptical on such a simple technique. And to be fair, that's normal and that's healthy. But let me give you 2 reasons why you should take this on board and why you should implement it in your sales process with your customers immediately. Number 1, it's the result of 20 years research working with thousands of salespeople, not only in the UK, but across Europe and in the US. And secondly, everybody knows that the mindset you go into the sales process with is as important as the process itself. So take this tip on board and use it instantly with every customer and every prospect, starting now. Okay, so that's it for today. Keep your eyes on your inbox, and I'll be sending you part 2, which will include my number 1 body language tip that every salesperson needs to know. And when you get that one right, you'll definitely have more people buying from you. Before we go, one quick favor. Please drop a comment in the box below and answer these 2 questions. Question number 1, how conscious are you of your mindset when you interact with a prospect or with a customer? And question number 2, how aware of you of the impact your body language has on every customer interaction? Okay, so let's leave these guys to do what they do best, being the number 1 Lexus dealership in Europe, not just in terms of their profitability, but also in terms of their customer satisfaction. And remember, watching these videos will help you become a better salesperson and take you to the top of your game. So remember, leave a comment in the box below and answer these 2 questions. How aware are you of your mindset when you interact with customers? And 2, how conscious are you of the impact your body language has on every customer interaction? And I look forward to seeing you in part 2.